This part will start it is there. Now see, whenever we are going to apply the bluing agent, see bluing agent, as I told that we can have it into the powder form also, we can have it into the liquid form also. So whatever the slide which I shown you over there. Mm, sorry. See, likewise, whatever the hmm, optical brightening or the bluing agents we are going to get it. So this is a OB80 there. Likewise, we are going to have the bluing agent in a powder form also. So this whatever the two are there, they are representing the liquid form. But if you got the powder form, hmm, how to proceed it is. So whatever the powder it is, there, initially we have to dissolve the powder in the last rinse bath it is there. Now, whenever the particularly we got the bluing agent in a powder form, it is there. Initially, what we have to do, we have to dissolve it into the small quantity of the water. So it is just like what we are doing during the dyeing. Whatever the dyes are there, these dyes we are dissolving into the small quantity of the water, and then later on we are adding it in a bath, whatever the required quantity. Likewise, over here we have to take care that whenever we are using this bluing agent, it is there, we have to dissolve it into the small quantity, and then we have to add to the bath. Now, one care we have to do. See, whenever we are doing this particular bluing agent, if possible, carry out the filtration. Hmm? So that whatever the undissolved particles are there, these undissolved particles will remain as it is onto the top, and we will get only the clear filter solution it is. And that filter solution we can use it for the application purpose. Or else second solution is that we can use it in a home that is nothing but our liquid form, whatever the bluing agent which is available over there. Just like I told you the example of the Ujala, it is there, which we got into the concentrate liquid form. Now, so whenever we are applying the bluing agent, see, it is a tinting process, not the dyeing. So that's why very small quantity of this bluing agent we are going to apply it is there. Very small quantity. And that's why in ad they are using the term char bundu wala. Means we have to use only recommended quantity. If you are using the excess quantity instead of tinting, there will be the dyeing will be there. So whatever our white garment it is there, instead of becoming more whiter, or instead of getting the bluish tinge, there will be a complete blue colored garment will be there. But that is not our expectation. It is there. That's why we have to carry out the proper dissolution. Or suppose if the powder form it is there, and if these undissolved particles are there, what will happen? We are going to get the blue specks onto the garment. Again, that is undesired, it is there. That's why what we have to do, we have to carry out the proper dissolution, mix it up properly in a water, and then whatever the garments are there, these garments we have to dip it in a bluing agent, it is there. After bluing is over, after required time is over, remove it up, squeeze it and dry it. Now, whenever you are carrying out the squeezing, carry out the gentle squeezing. If you are carrying out too much squeezing out the ringing, it is there. Whatever the ring portion it is there, from that particular portion, maximum of the tinting agent will go. Again, that will cause the uneven application of the bluing agent. It is there. So that's why you have to carry out the proper ringing or squeezing operation, and then carry out the drying. It is there. And after the drying, we can see the effect over there. That is the effect of the bluing agent. So whatever the yellowness it is there, the yellowness get masked because of this bluing agent. Now, one of the problem I told you that if you are using the excess bluing agent, and in that case, there is a, instead of getting the tint, if the color it is there, what you have to do, whatever the garments are there, this garment you have to soak it into the boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes, so that whatever the bluing agent which is there, it will come out or it will leach out. Then again we can apply it is there. Now see, whatever the after the application is over, when you are carrying out the drying, and after the drying when you are using this garments it is there. See, in that case also we have to take care that during the continuous wash, whatever the bluing agent it is there, it will come out, and again the garment will become yellow. So in that case, the care what we can do, again we can reapply this bluing agent to the garment. So we can apply this bluing agent multiple times to the garment. There's no issue that related to the strength of the garment or likewise it is there. So that's the thing regarding the application of the bluing agent, it is there. Now, next regarding the how we are going to apply the OBA or how the OBAs are working. See, to make the garment white, there are three different ways are told. One, that is the bleaching, it is there, but always to carry out the bleaching, again, it is not feasible because whenever you are going to carry out the bleaching, every time it is there, there will be a loss into the strength of the fabric, it is there. Again, other problems related to the water, the bleaches are there that we already studied, it is there. So that is the one way it is there. Second, that is nothing but the application of the bluing agent, it is there. So in case of the our bleaching agent, how we are going to get the whiteness? That is by carrying out the destruction of the coloring impurities. Whatever the garment it is there, our garment will become white. That is one way. Second, in a bluing agent. So in bluing, when we are using the bluing agent, it is there, what we are doing? Whatever the yellowness it is there, we are masking that yellowness and we are going to get the whiteness over there. That is the second way. And third way, that is nothing but the use of the optical brightening agent, it is there. Or another term that we are using, that is nothing but the fluorescent whitening agent, it is there. So whatever the optical brightening agents are there, see, OBAs are nothing but the colorless dyes, it is there. There are nothing but the colorless dyes are there. Now, how these OBAs are working, it is there. See, whatever the effect of the OBA it is there, the effect of the OBA will get in presence of our sunlight only, it is there. Or wherever there is a UV light it is there, then only we will get the effect of the OBA or the FBA it is there. Now, if you see our spectrum, it is our whatever the electromagnetic our spectrum it is there, you can see we got the WIBGOR, that is a wavelength is a 400 to 700 nanometer. Then later on we are going to get the IR. Means we are moving from this to this. Slowly it will become hot over there. And if you see this particular range, that is a 200 to 400 nanometer, it is there. That is called that UV range. It is there. If you are going beyond that, we got a far UV, then we got a medium UV and near UV. So here we are working in a medium UV, near UV range. It is there. And actually the whatever the wavelength it is there. In that again you got the UVA, UVB, UVC, that all things are there. But here we are going to concentrate on this particular range. That is a 200 to 400 nanometer it is there. Now how these optical brightening agents they are working it is there. Now see whenever this OBA is applied to the garment it is there. So again here we have to use a very less quantity of the optical brightening agent. Now after the application is over, similarly we have regarding the application, I will tell you how to carry out the application. So whatever the garment it is there, carry out the drying and the ironing. And when you are using that particular garment and if you are in a sunlight it is there, you can check that whatever the OBA treated garment it is there, we are going to get the more whiteness over there. Now how we are going to get the more whiteness over there when you are using the OBA treated garment it is there. So whatever these OBAs are there, see OBAs they are absorbing the light, means whatever the chemical nature it is there, chemically they are unsaturated compounds are there, where there is a presence of the double and the triple bond containing carbon containing compounds and they are linear in nature. So that they will get easily absorbed by our garment it is there. Now whatever this unsaturation is it is there, where there is a presence of the double and the triple bond containing compounds are there. And whenever the sunlight falls on that particular garment, so whatever these unsaturated compounds are there, double and the triple bond it is there, they get excited. Now, see, little bit chemistry part you have studied that whenever there is a double bond it is there, there is a one bond that is a sigma bond, another that is a pi bond it is there. Sigma bond is a strong bond, whereas the pi bond is a weak bond it is there. So whatever this light when falls, ultraviolet UV rays are fall onto the garment, there is a excitation it is there. Means whatever this our um, double bond containing it is, suppose this is a double bond it is there. So whatever this pi bond it is there, it get excited. And whatever the excitation it is there, see excitation is released in the form of the energy. Excited energy. And that energy is reflected in a visible region. That is near to the violet region it is there in this range, visible range, which is near to the violet and the blue it is there. If you see this range 430 to 490 nanometer, that is related to the visible region, in a blue region it is there. That's why whatever the energy it is there, this energy is released in a visible region, and that we can see as a whiteness over there. Now if you see the obviated fabric slightly blue, we'll get it over there. Why? Because whatever the light it is there, the light is reflected in a blue region it is there. And that's why we are going to get a more whiter and a brighter fabric we are going to get when we are applying the optical brightening agents. So this is a mechanism of OBA. Means OBAs are absorbing the light in a ultraviolet region and they are re-emitting the light in a visible region it is there, that is near to the violet and the blue range it is there. That's why we are going to get more whiter and the brighter fabric we are going to get it over there. Now, as I told that related to the chemistry part, we will not go to details regarding the what are the chemicals we are using it there, but little bit information must be there with you. So whatever the OBAs are there, see OBAs, they contain the conjugated double bond systems it is there. Means likewise the system double bond containing compounds, and whatever the structure it is there, the structure is the planar. In a one line, just like I'll show. Oh yeah, planar structure. There should not be any branching or there should not be any crisscross structure, cross-linking type should not be there. The structure is planar it is there. That's why it get easily absorbed by the fabric. Next, another thing what is required in OBA, that electron donating group, just like a OH group, NH2 group, that must be there. So these are the electron donating and electron accepting, just like we got the NO2 and the azo group it is there. And azo group it is there. So such type of the groups also must be there. So that whenever they are accepting it is there, means whatever the UV light it is there, it will get accepted by this. And whatever the light after the absorption which is released it is there, it will get donated by these groups over there. And we are going to get the absorption and the reflection over there. So must display the monomolecular distribution it is there, and aggregation leads to the emission of the rays to a longer wavelength, that is a discoloration it is there. Okay. Now, so one of the example that is nothing but a coumarin containing compound it is there, which is the most commonly used for the cellulosic fiber. Now see what are the OBAs are there. See OBAs, as I told you, they are colorless dyes are there. Now for cellulosic fiber, we are using different type of the chemicals. For proteinous fiber, we are using different type of the optical brightening agent or the fluorescent brightening agent. Or as well as for the synthetic fiber, we are using the different type of the optical brightening agent because their fiber nature is different. Again, see whatever the OBs are, it is just like a colorless dyes it is there. That's why whatever the depending upon the fiber, we have to select the proper or optical brightening agent, then that we have to apply it is there. Now regarding the application method, it is just like whatever we have seen in a bluing agent over there. Now whatever the optical brightening agent it is there, optical brightening agent, we can have it into the various forms. Just like we can have into the powder form, we can have it into the paste form, we can have it into the liquid form. If the powder and the paste it is there, we have to dissolve it into the water in a small quantity. Then we have to add to the bath. Then carry out the application. Now, if you are carrying out the application in a warm condition, again, it will get easily absorbed. Then after the requisite time is over, remove it, wring it, that is nothing but squeeze it, allow it to dry, let on carry out the ironing, and we can use this particular garment over there. So likewise, these optical brightening agents are applied onto the fabric it is there. Clear the thing regarding the application? Yes. Any doubt regarding this point?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, next point that we are going to see, that is again nothing but the stiffening agent. See here we are concentrating on to the laundering it is there. Means whenever you are talking about the laundering means carrying out the cleaning of the garment after the whatever the soil garment in presence of the water, that is aqueous method it is there, where dry cleaning, laundering means not only carrying out the washing it is there, but whatever this other treatments, all this right now we are talking, they are coming under this category also. So bleaching, OB application, FB application, they are also there. Now after the washing is over, sometimes there are some garments are there where we need to apply this stiffening agent. That is nothing but the commonly we are using the term as application of the starch it is there. So that part we are going to see over here. So the object of the stiffening is to revise starch. Every one of you have seen, and in array they are also showing. So that type of the agents are coming under this category it is there. So what the object of the application of the stiffening agent it is there. So whatever the stiffening agent it is there, the first object is to impart the crispiness to the fabric it is there. And this gives a neat appearance to the fabric. Means if you see the feel of the fabric after the application is over, it is a little bit crispy, stiff it is there, and neat and clean. No any creases, nothing like appearance if you need. We are giving this type of the treatment over there. Next, another advantage that we are going to get because of the application of the stiffening agent, that is nothing but to help to keep the cloth clean for a longer time by holding down the surface fiber which catches the dirt and dust it is there. Means if you see whatever the spun yarn fabric city there where we are going to get the protruding fibers, and in that particular protruding fibers whatever the dirt and dust it is there, it get adhered. That is nothing but a mechanical process will be there, mechanical deposition will be there, and later on there impinging it is there. Now whenever you are applying the stiffening it is there, what will happen, it is just like what we are doing in a sizing it is there. So there will be the a thin clear transparent layer is formed onto the surface of the fabric over there. In case of the sizing, there is a onto the yarn it is there, but here there is a complete deposition onto the surface of the fabric it is there. So that is there, so that whatever the garments are there, our garments will remain clean it is there. Next, to facilitate the stain and the soil removal. This part we have studied. To facilitate the stain and the soil removal, and the stains and the dirt remain onto the surface and do not penetrate onto the into the fabric it is there. Now suppose if any soil it is there onto the surface of the fabric it is there. See this soil, if we are applying this particular type of the reagents over there, just like a stiffening agent, starch and all these things, they will form a film onto the surface of the fabric. Suppose this is our fabric, it is there, and on the surface they will form a thin layer. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is our fabric, it is there. On that particular fabric, we got the thin layer, it is there. So that if any dirt, dust, it is there, what will happen? It will get deposited over here only. They will not get penetrated inside the fabric structure. So that whatever the dirt, dust, or the soil it is there, or the oily stains are there, they will remain as it is. Now later on when you are carrying out the washing it is there. During this washing what is happening, whatever the stiffening agent it is there, they get swell. We know that majority whatever the starch they are coming in our contact with the water, they cause the swelling it is there. So because of this particular swelling, whatever the soil it is there, the soil will get easily removed during our subsequent washing. So that the another added advantage we are going to get when you are applying the stiffening agent over there. So that is one type of the soil removal process it is there to have the soil release finish over there. So whenever you are applying the stiffening agent over there, additionally finish we are going to get that is nothing but the soil release finish. Next, whatever the stiffening agents are there, so stiffening agents are classified mainly into three categories. That we got the natural stiffness. In that we got the various type of the starches are there, just like maize starch, corn starch, wheat starch, rice, sago, potato, tapioca, likewise various starches we can use. See, always we are not using starch. In few fabric, there is a need to apply the gums also. For example, gums and the glues. For the silk and all, generally we prefer to apply the gums and the glues. It is. Sorry. In case of the gums, we got the gum Arabic, gum Karaya, gum Tagagan, Gaur gum. Likewise, various gums we can use. In a glues, we can use the casein, gelatin, albumin. Likewise, various type of the natural glues also we can use. We got the modified natural, just like we got the soluble starches. Example, again, we can have the dextrin over there. We got the acid modified starches are there, chlorinated are there, oxidized starches are there, pre-gelatinized starches are there. All this we can use it over there. Then cellulose derivatives, just like we got the carboxymethyl cellulose, CMC, that also we can use it. Hydroxyethyl cellulose we can use, methyl cellulose we can use, or even the cellulose. One more is there. That is okay. Ha. Hydroxypropyl cellulose we can use it. So these are the various cellular derivatives. Also we can use it to have stiffening agent. In gum, we can use the gum Indaloca, that is a modified gum. Mapro gum is there, and that also we can use. And in glues, we got the soybean, it is there. That is a proteinous time. That also we can use it. See, generally glues we are going to get in a proteinous, it is there. That we can use. In synthetic one, vinyls are there, where we can use the polyvinyl alcohol, PVA, that is there. Polyvinyl ethers are there, that we can use. Polyvinyl acetate, that we have used practically also. MBX was written over there, that we can use it over there. One more costlier it is there, but that is a polyvinyl pyrrolidone, that also we can use it over there. In acrylic, we can use the polyacrylic acid and their derivatives, just like a methyl methacrylate, it is there. Acrylic acid containing derivatives, polyacrylamide, it is there. Likewise, various derivatives we can use it for the application purpose, it is there. So these are the various type of the chemicals are there, depending upon type of the fiber, depending upon what availability, depending upon what type of the effect we want, we can select the proper stiffening agent over there. Now see, whenever we are applying the stiffening agent, it is there. Again, for the application is also there's a process is there. Now see, we are not going details regarding the each and every class it is there. That is a starch and their derivatives, glum, glues. Just to have the idea that these are the various stiffening agent that we can use it over there. Now, how we are going to apply the stiffening agent over there? So that part we are going to see over here. Now, whenever you are going to apply the stiffening agent, first that you have to take into consideration the choose the correct stiffener based on a type of the fiber. Means whether the fiber is a cellulosic one, whether it is a proteinous one, or whether it is a synthetic fiber it is there. Based on this, we have to select the proper stiffening agent. Then type of the fabric, whether we got a light, medium, or the heavyweight fabric it is there. Based on this, we have to select. Next, color of the fabric or the cloth, means garment it is there. If there is a suppose dark color it is there, then starch and all these things we will not prefer, because they will give the stains, white patches, if you are not applying the properly. In that case, we prefer to use this, particularly the gums and the glues, in a dark color. And next important, that is nothing but the degree of the stiffness which is required, means how much stiff we want. Based on this, we have to decide it is there. Suppose if you need to have the light stiffness, then you have to use the lesser quantity. If you need to have the heavy stiffening agent, it is there. So that the first case related to the selection criteria, it is there, that we have to select the proper stiffening agent, it is there. Now how to start? So whenever we want to apply the stiffening agent or any of this laundering agent, except soap, means whatever the OBA or the bluing agent it is there or the bleaching agent it is there. Initially, what we have to do, we have to carry out the washing of the garment, so that whatever the dirt, dust which is there onto the garment it is there, it will get easily removed. That we have to carry. So first wash the garment or article to be stiffen, it is there. Now prepare the right quantity. As I told you that whatever the quantity it is there, it will depends on how much stiffness is required. Based on this, you have to select the proper quantity of this stiffening agent. Now, whenever you are, so based on this, suppose if you need to carry out the application of our, stiffening of our cotton it is there, then generally we prefer to use the starch and all these things. Suppose if you need to apply it, as I told that onto the protein, then we'll select the gelatin, gum arabic, that will select it is there. Suppose if we need to apply to the synthetic fiber, generally we prefer to use this whatever synthetic products just like polyvinyl alcohol, polyvinyl acetate, that type we prefer to use it over there. Now one more thing is done. Generally, see when you are using the starch, it is there. See it is always advisable that to add around 2% of the boric acid, around 2%, which will work as an antiseptic. Because see when you are applying the starch over there, and if there is any water is there onto the garment, it is there. What will happen? What is the starch when it is coming in contact with the water? It is there. It will start solubilizing, or there will be the slowly the degradation. It is there if you are keeping as it is, and we are going to get the stains onto the garment. It is there. To avoid this, what we have to do? We have to add the 2% boric acid, which will act as a septic, antiseptic, or you can say the antimicrobial agent. It is there. So that there will not be any development of the mildew onto the fabric it is there. So that care we have to take. Next, whenever you are preparing it is there that we have to take care that we have to prepare the enough quantity. The enough quantity of starch or whatever our stiffening agent it is there. So that all our garments it is there, it will get stiffened properly. Suppose if you are taking the lesser quantity, again we need to prepare it is there. Suppose if you are using the higher quantity, that will go as a waste it is there. To prepare the appropriate quantity of solution which is required for the application it is there. Next thing that we have to do that whenever you are applying the it is there, we have to dip the garment for around 5 minutes in a that solution. Now after the application is over, we can remove it, it is there, and we can carry out the spin dry, or we can carry out the squeezing it is there, depending upon the availability it is there. In that case, we have to take it. Now, next care that we have to take that whenever we are going to apply it is there. See, we have to apply the white or you can say the pastel color garment separately and the colored garment that is a medium or the dark color garment separately it is there. So that there should not be any staining. See, sometimes what happen whenever you are applying the starch and all this thing to the dark color garment, and when you are applying it, there is a chances that the color may bleed, and that will cause the staining onto the our white garments over there. To avoid this, what we have to do? We have to carry out this application separately, white garment separately, as well as the color garment separately over there. Diluted for each item from bulk of the starch that has been prepared. It is there. Check, wrinkle out the garments and articles to be line dry. It is there. Now after the drying is over, moisten the garment for 30 minutes with a water spray and carry out the ironing. Because see over here, after the drying is over, whatever the fabric it is there, the fabric is becoming little bit stiff in nature. It is there. So before carrying out the ironing, what we have to do? We have to carry out the moistening of the garment for 30 minutes by using the water spray and then carry out the ironing so that you will get the very good ironing effect over there, and whatever our garments are there, the garment will become stiff in nature. It is there. So how it is carried out in a household? Just I'll show you one small video related to that. Is it audible to you? Yes, any one of you? Can you see the video in the screen? Okay, just check it.
Fabric starch is a product that helps to stiffen up clothes. It also forms a protective layer over the clothing that prevents any dirt from sticking directly onto the fabric. These products can be made easily at home or can be purchased from a market. The biggest problem with commercially available products is that you cannot control the amount of stiffness that is added to the fabric. If the fabric becomes too stiff, it becomes prone to breaking. On the other hand, a fabric starch made at home is a natural and a cost-effective solution, and since it is homemade, it is easy to monitor the stiffness being added to the clothes. Let's see how you can make natural fabric starch at home. Now we're going to make cornstarch fabric starch spray. Take 5 cups of water in a bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Add 3 drops of lavender essential oil. Mix this well. Pour this in a spray bottle. Your starch spray is ready. Now we're going to make a rice starch spray that will work wonders on your cotton clothes. Take half a liter of water in a vessel and bring it to a boil. Add to it 2 tablespoons of rice. Let the rice cook, keep stirring. Once the rice is cooked, drain the water in a vessel. You will get starch from the rice. Let the starch cool down completely. Once it has cooled down, add 1 cup of water to the starch. This will help to dilute it and make it thinner in consistency. Add 2 to 3 drops of your favorite essential oil. We're using lemon essential oil here. Mix this well. With the help of a sieve, strain this mixture into a spray bottle. Your starch spray is ready to use. Store this in a cool space, preferably in your refrigerator. Starching clothes actually makes them last longer because dirt and perspiration sticks to the starch and not to the fabric. Avoid overspraying as it may cause marks to appear on the clothes. Finally, always test the spray before using it on kids' wear. Some kids may be allergic to the ingredients of the spray. Take care. Hi, hope you liked the video. Write in.
Okay, so this is regarding the how to carry out the application of the stiffening agent. Now there are few tips, or you can say that the precautions are there, which are useful for us when you are applying the stiffening agent. It is there. So next, let's say silk garments are to be stiffened with the gums or the glues. It is there. Whatever the lightweight and the wool and the woolen blends sometimes need sizing. It is there. Viscose yarn garments are stiffened with a light starch solution. Synthetic fiber fabric may be stiffened with the light starch or the synthetic stiffening agents. For the dark color clothes, some bluing agent we may add. It is there. So that's lightly blue color. We will get it over there. So these are the things regarding the stiffening agent. It is there. Next, that is related to the softening agent. Now, every one of you are familiar that one of the most commonly available agent which we can use it our household softening agent, fabric softeners, comfort, comfort fabric conditioner they are using it is there, but this all is nothing but the softening agent it is there. Now see, whenever you are carrying out the washing of the garment it is there, so sometimes after the washing it is there, whatever our garments are there, this garment become harsh in nature it is there. That's why what we are doing, we are carrying out the softening of the garment it is there. So softener coat the fibers of the fabric which they are applied and make the fabric more softer and fluffer it is there. So what type of the agents we can use it for the softening purpose it is there, that part I will show you, tell you after this video. this is one of the companies there. Okay. Now see, in this case, see related to the softener, that part we already studied. That's why I am not showing over here. See, we have studied there are various type of the softeners which are available over there. Hmm. See, whatever the softener, just like we have studied the ionic softener, it is there. In that, we have studied the anionic softener, cationic softener, it is there. Now, what are the cationic softeners are there? See, generally this cationic softener we are going to get are the quaternary ammonium containing compounds are there, or the alkyl amides are there, or the amidose azole salts are there. This we can use it for the for the softening of the fabric it is there. So that they will get absorbed by the fibers from the final rinse it is there. So another type that we can use it, that is nothing but this non-anic type of the softener also we can use it, or the emulsion softener, that is the most commonly preferred one. Just like we got the silicone softeners are there, p emulsion softeners are there. They all also we can apply during after the washing is over also it is there. So that whenever we are applying this it is there. See, after the application of the softness we are going to get very good smoothness, bulky feel we are going to get it to the cellulosic as well as the viscose ion containing fabric over there. That advantage we are going to get when we are applying the various type of the softness to the fabric it is there. Now, whenever you are applying the softener to the synthetic fiber fabric, it is there. See, the advantage of the application of the softener to the synthetic fiber fabric, that we can have the anti-static property in a fabric. It is there. See, whenever we are using this our synthetic fiber fabric after the application is over, when you are carrying out the ironing, it is there. See, because of the ironing, whatever the moisture it is there, the moisture get evaporated, and there is a chances of the formation of the static charge it is there. But if you are applying this softness over there, what the advantage we are going to get, that whenever you are applying the softener it is there, the first advantage we are going to get, that there will be the reduction into the friction it is there. That's why whatever the iron it is there, the iron will move very easily and smoothly. Also, it will avoid the generation of the static charge. Hmm. So that is another advantage we are going to get whenever you are applying the softeners over there. Now, next question is related to the softening, that how much quantity we have to apply of any softener. Generally, on an average, around 5% softener is mostly people for the application purpose it is there. See, this is on an average. Quantity may change it is there. So how to carry out the application it is there. It is just similar what we have studied in case of the stiffener application. So all this whatever the points are there, that points also we have to take into consideration whenever we are going to apply this softener over there. So here, similar way over here, whatever our water softening, fabric softener it is there, that we have to dissolve it into the small quantity, then we have to add it to the our big volume it is there. And in that, whatever our garments are there, this garment we have to keep it for the 2 to 3 minutes with the agitation. Or if you are carrying out the application in a washing machine, we can apply this softener in a washing machine. So during the rinse time, see the washing machine, if you see the whatever the automatic or the semi-automatic washing machine it is there, they got the provision of the separate track is there in addition tag for the softener application it is there. If you put the softener over there, whenever the rinsing time it is there, during this rinsing time, whatever the softener it is there, the softener will get mixed with the fabric it is there, and will have the application of the softener over there. So that there will be the proper agitation will be there, and during this agitation time, whatever the softener it is there, the softener will get absorbed by the fabric or the garment it is there, and we are going to have the softness over there. Then later on carry out the wringing or the machine drying it is there, and after the drying is over, carry out the ironing of the garment, where we are going to get a very clean, neat, soft garment with a more of the, we can say, the brightness over there, that we can have it over there. Now, sometimes nowadays, if you see, as I told that the technology developing it is there. In some softener, they are adding the optical brightening agent also. Not only the softener, but they are adding the optical brightening agents also it is there. So which will help us to have the more bright garments over there, or to mask the smell of the softener it is there. They are adding the perfumes also. That's why if you see over here, whatever this softener which are shown over there, we got the different hmm, smells also over there, or the aroma we are going to get it over there. Generally, the most commonly preferred one is a lavender is there, strawberry is there, lily is there. Likewise, the various we can mogra is there. Likewise, the various aroma also we can have it after the application of the softener over there. So that is also done so that we can have the fresh, pleasant aroma from the garment whenever we are using it is there. Now, there are few things are there that we have to take into consideration whenever we are using the softener. There are few things or the criteria are there from the good softener it is there. So the softener must be easily dispersible in water. So whenever we are applying it there, it must get easily dispersed. Means it will get easily dissolved. It is there. It good must have the good substantivity, means affinity toward the fabric. Means it must get easily absorbed in a fabric. There should not be only a superficial deposition, but also it must penetrate inside the fabric structure. That is also required. It must have the good handle. It must give us the good drapability to the fabric. So that is again one of the requirement whenever we are applying the softener, that after the application of the soft, after the laundering is over, sometimes as I told that our fabric becomes harsh in nature it is there. That's why to have the good feel in a garment, to have the good drapability in a fabric, we are using the softeners over there. So that also must be there. Another requirement that it should not leave any greasy feel. See, if too much softener it is there, it will give you the greasy feel. So that will cause the sticking it is there. So again, that is a undesired thing it is there. Next is also have anti-static properties. See, whenever we are applying this type of the softeners onto the garment, it is there. More commonly, specifically to the synthetic garment, it is there. It should not cause any static charge generation. It is there. That is also again the required thing as per the softener is concerned. And it should not cause any yellowing of the graying of the fabric. Sometimes what happens, see, we have studied the property related to the cationic softener, that when you are applying it is there is a yellowing problem it is there. So such type of the softener we should not select if you are applying for the white garment it is there. So that care you have to take it. Or when you are applying to the color garment, it should not cause change into the color of the garment. Next important thing, that it should not cause any adverse effect onto the absorbency of the garment it is there. Again, that is an important criteria that we have to take into consideration whenever we are applying the softeners onto the garment it is there. Clear the things? So these are the various what I can say, the laundering agent which we can apply to the garment. See, rather than this also, see, there are some other laundering agents also we can apply. Just like we got the soil release finishes also there. That also we can apply after the washing is over. We, if the suppose woolen garments are there, in that case we prefer to apply the moth resistance finish. We can apply it is there. In few cases, we prefer to apply the antibacterial finishes also we can apply. That is also again the part of our laundering process it is there. Sometimes we are apply after the laundering is over, we are applying the crease resistance or the permanent press or the durable press finishes also sometimes are applied onto the garment. There are few are where hmm? In few cases, FR is also required. That is also applied. It is there. mildew resistance is whatever the various apply after the laundering. Even water repellent also we can apply to the garment after the washing is over. So it is just like after the laundering is over, whatever the various finishes which are studied, it is there all we can do in a laundering operation. It is there. Clear? Okay. So this completes our one of the point from the unit 4, that is nothing but the our washing process. It is there where various laundering agents whatever we are using it is there, that part we are studied it is there. Okay, clear the things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any doubt related to the this point? If any doubt it is there, now the session is open for the discussion. It is there.